Good evening. I would like to bring warm greetings and thank the Canadian Confederation of Shenzhen Associations and the Psi Innovation Center for organizing this benefit tonight. Even though we're all staying home and keeping our distance, your generosity, innovation, and creativity shows how we can stay connected and remain united in the fight against COVID-19. Over the last few weeks, we've seen the best in Canadians, but we've also seen that Canada is not immune from racism. Online attacks, bullying, and physical harassment are completely unacceptable and must be condemned in the strongest possible terms. Stoking fear and hatred is never acceptable, and that remains true as we confront this pandemic. It's important for the communities to know that we stand with you in fighting racism, and we thank you for your leadership and generosity in supporting our frontline workers and heroes. On behalf of the Government of Canada, let me say thank you again. We'll beat COVID-19 by washing our hands, keeping our distance, and being kind to each other. One world together with love. Stay strong, Canada.
Welcome to One World Together with Love. I'm Eric Cifuentes from Ondas FM. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. It's my great pleasure to introduce my co-host for this evening, and it's Mr. Wei Li, the news anchor of Omni TV.
Thank you, Eric. It's only two of us?
Well, we do have a surprise. Joining us tonight, we welcome Miss Lena Ma, Miss Canada 2009.
Hi, Eric. Hi, Wei.
That's what I thought so. Thank you. So we're here at this moment to salute to our true heroes, the frontline workers, from doctors, nurses, to teachers, grocery store workers, from police officers, firefighters, delivery drivers, and other essential workers. Thank you all for sacrificing your time and energy, risking your life for us. Without your everyday heroes, our societies would not function. It is the true meaning of essential. Your dedication to your patients, customers, and the health of every Canadian is much appreciated. Tonight, frontline workers, we are listening to your stories. We will hear what you suffered, what are your touching moments, what you would like to speak directly to the public.
And we're also here because of the organizers, Canada Confederations of Shenzhen Associations and CI Innovation Center, who initiated tonight's event. We will also like to thank Spark Show Productions, co-organizer Legend PR, and more than 100 organizations from the Chinese community and other communities, and so many other talented artists, supporters, and volunteers. Thank you all for working so hard for the last few weeks, and we also would like to express our special thanks to one of our sponsors, the Ruchi Furniture Mattress. As we know, the Chinese-Canadian community has not only exercised strict self-discipline, taking home isolation and personal protection very seriously. Still, it has also actively mobilized donations to support seniors and healthcare workers and other groups on the front lines. Tonight, dear Chinese Canadians, we will hear your stories.
We're also here because of our incredible artists and arts groups from both Canada and China. They're sending their best wishes through their outstanding performances dedicated to the frontline workers. The following hour and a half show will provide you with an escape from our everyday life in isolation. The numbers 520 in Mandarin represents the sentiment of I love you. And so today's date of May 20th was especially chosen by the organizers to express this message. Tonight, we hope that through words and music, our artists' performances sends a message of love and support to everyone out there listening and watching. Let the show begin.
If the fight against the virus is an invisible war, then our first-line healthcare workers are the soldiers. While we are enjoying our life, a very brave few are putting everything on the line to keep us safe.
Healthcare workers make up 17% of people testing positive for COVID-19 in Ontario. At least 714 nurses, 76 doctors, 70 first responders, 41 lab workers, and more than 2,700 personal support workers, therapists, hospital cleaners, among others, have tested positive for COVID-19.
medical staff and their families face the risk of infection and life-threatening consequences, yet are dedicated to remain in the fight against the pandemic. Because of their perseverance, we can stay at home. Next, let us watch a video to see how the medical community is fighting the outbreak on the front lines.
I wish I could swim like dolphins can swim. Though nothing will keep us together, we can beat them forever and ever. How we can be heroes just for one day. How we can be heroes just for one day. Though nothing will drive us away, how we can be heroes, how we can be us, just for one day. Standing by the wall, the shame was on the other side.
These are the heroes who are putting their lives at risk every day to take care of you, your loved ones, and your neighbors. Despite the risk, they're delivering life, treating cancer patients, and carrying on with the essential health needs of our community, all while dealing with a pandemic. Please join us in honoring these everyday heroes. Your gift today will help us help them. Thank you for being a hero for our heroes.
Hi, my name is Suzette Strong, and I'm the CEO of the Markham Stouffville Hospital Foundation. I wanted to let you know that we appreciate all of the support that we've seen from our community in support of our hospital during this incredibly challenging time. Markham Stouffville Hospital is a community hospital that's combating COVID-19 with everything that we've got. And we are still urgently in need of funds to help make sure that our frontline healthcare workers are armed with everything that they need to win this battle. Please, if you're able to support Markham Stouffville Hospital, and if you've already supported us, I want to thank you in advance for all that you're doing to help Markham Stouffville Hospital keep our community safe. For more information, please visit our website. It is up to date with our most urgent needs and priorities. You can do this by visiting www.helpmsh.ca. Thank you so much, and please give what you can during this unprecedented time in the world to help Markham Stouffville Hospital. Thank you, and stay safe.
Thank you to Markham Stouffville Hospital for that video presentation. And once again, we urge everyone out there to donate what they can, whether it is a monetary or via medical supplies. Next, we will hear from Miss Sherry Lee performing her song Come Home at Springtime, specially composed for the pandemic.
Can you hear my prayer song? You're holding on for all the hands you couldn't let go. You hide your weary eyes, keeping worried souls in the warmth of your glow. Come home in springtime, rosemary and thyme, across the darkness atop the fear, I can see you shine. Come home in springtime, waiting for a sign atop the fear. Can you hear my prayer for you? Took on a monster you've never met. Another day turns to night, another night you won't forget. Pushing dark clouds over the hill, we're twin stars of one heart, and I'll be waiting here until you come home in springtime. Rosemary and thyme, across the darkness atop the fear, I can see you shine. Come home in springtime, waiting for a sign atop the fear. Can you hear my prayer for you? Come home in springtime, rosemary and thyme, across the darkness atop the fear, I can see you shine. Come home in springtime, waiting for a sign atop the fear. Can you hear my prayer for you?
Thank you for being here live to support our frontline workers. They're going through a tremendous time right now, and it's great to see how Toronto is banding together to show support for them. As long as we need them, they need us. One world with love. Let's keep those donations coming.
What is something that impressed or inspired you about donations made by the Chinese community?
What really inspired me is how quickly the community reacted to our requests, responded to our requests for PPEs, and we received thousands of PPE donations from different areas in the city, including Markham, Scarborough, York Region. I'm very grateful for that. We even had students who went and did PPE drives for us. That's truly, truly inspiring to see how the business community and also the general community came together. In addition, we've also received a ton of food donations from local businesses, small businesses, large businesses alike. And it's just extremely thoughtful knowing that they've been also struggling, but they have come out to support our healthcare workers. So very grateful for that.
As a frontline worker, what are some of the challenges you're facing, and what would you like to say to the community?
So this is a challenge that we're facing, because the care that I provide to the patient will be totally different now. I have to wear a gown, I have to wear our personal protection equipment. All the patients need to be isolated. There are no visitors to the hospital. So my day-to-day care of the patient is changed. So we now use technology. We use the Zoom, we use the Skype, We try to connect the patient and the family together. And I actually have more conversation to phone the family every day to update the family, because I know that this is very important for the loved one to in contact with the patient.
What is the first thing you want to do when this is all over?
I was just, really inspired as well with what Stephen just said, and very proud of our frontline staff and our physicians. First thing I'd like to do, I'd like to throw a big party for everybody so that we can all get together, celebrate all the hard work and the courage that, was demonstrated during this difficult time.
Well, first go to a nice restaurant and eat. I'm a big eater. And then also like Elaine said, is that try to have a big party, celebrate with my colleagues. Everyone is doing a wonderful job to try to optimize our work here. And then lastly is also try to appreciate your family. So have a vacation with my family because they're really supporting me at this difficult time as well.
I was standing all alone against the world outside. You were searching for a place to hide, lost and lonely. Now you've given me the will to survive. When we're suffering, love will keep us alive. Don't you worry, sometimes you just gotta let it ride. The world is changing right before your eyes. Now I found you, there's no more emptiness inside. When we're suffering, love will keep us alive. I will die for you, climb the highest mountain. Baby, there is nothing I wouldn't do. I was standing all alone against the world outside. You were searching for a place to hide, lost and lonely. Now you've given me the will to survive. Hey, hey, when we're suffering, love will keep us alive. When we're suffering, love will keep us alive.
Thank you, Wiki B Band, for their rendition of the song Love Will Keep Us Alive. Next, we will hear from the chairperson of Yihang Center for Geriatric Care. Yihang has done a tremendous job in prevention and controlling the spread of the disease. Let us learn from the various measures they've taken.
Hi, I'm Stephen Siu, President of Yihong Community Wellness Foundation. You may know that the senior population suffers the hardest hit during the COVID-19 pandemic. More than 21,000 cases of the virus were reported in Ontario, and among the 1,800 deaths, more than 1,300 were confirmed in long-term care homes. Yihong is lucky, or in a way it's because we have implemented a comprehensive plan to keep our seniors and frontline workers safe from the very early beginning. So far, only one of our senior residents is affected. One of the reasons that contributed to our success is the support and especially the donation of protective gears from the community. We can keep our seniors so well also because of a team of very dedicated caregivers who are working around the clock, putting extra effort to serve and protect them. We describe them as heroes in the message to the frontline workers. But what impressed me is that one of them responded with a simple message. We are not heroes. We are ordinary people, but we are people with love. Together, we are strong. We will continue to fight this battle against COVID-19 to protect our community, our seniors, and our loved ones. Your support will help us weather the storm. Thank you.
The next world-renowned guest needs no introduction. Here is Lang Lang to deliver his heartfelt message to the Chinese-Canadian community.
Hello, my dear friend in Canada, in Toronto. It's Lang Lang here. This has been a very difficult time for all of us. Please stay with your loved ones and please listen to some music. And I hope music will give you more comfort. First thing I like to do after the whole thing is that I like to perform for you. I like to be back in Toronto. Lots of love.
Since mid-March, the outbreak of the COVID-19 here in Canada has seen a sharp increase in the number of active cases. There was a severe shortage of personal protective equipment for our healthcare system. As proud Canadians, many people from the Chinese-Canadian community have applied China's epidemic prevention experience to fight COVID-19 here at home in Canada. They've organized community mutual assistance activities and online information lectures on this novel coronavirus. They've cooperated with doctors to advance their understanding of the pandemic, established mental health lectures, and also mobilized an army of volunteers to help all Canadians. They've proven to be invaluable to Canada's pandemic response.
Canadians love diversity, and the traditional Chinese culture has brought so much richness to our diverse society.
Today, we are delivering the first batch of 500,000 masks that we have ordered. And we are delivering 200,000 today to different hospitals, long-term care, as well as our neighborhood agencies in GTA, so that our frontline workers will be protected. This is a big campaign. Our target is $2 million. We hope everybody will chip in, because this is a city that we all love. We make it our home, and we should protect the city. By protecting the frontline workers, we protect ourselves. So I appeal to all of you to contribute to the fund by linking stopcovid19gta.com. Thank you very much.
Throughout this pandemic, it would have been impossible to do without grocery stores and supermarkets continue to operate. And they've done so in a remarkable manner, keeping us safe, with the workers going out there, risking their lives to ensure that we have our food on our table. Thank you so much for doing that for us. We salute you.
Come in our store, we have sanitizer for the wash the hand and some shopping cart. And this is from China, same for the Apple. All the customer come inside. We need the temperature to check. The temperature high, the 37.5 degrees, we can load into the supermarket.
那个上飞机一进来以后，那有一个仪器，整个把整个头部全都照出来。所以说，当我人进来的时候，我整个头部的温度就体现在了红外线上，通过摄像头反映到了我们的电脑上。
You can see that all the outside, inside, you have some sticker for the 2 meters and weight. Right now have the 95% customer who wear the mask. COVID-19 is for our business some difficulties, some employee, for the employee. For my staff is for scale. Everybody's scale, same thing, and same my employer. So employee really short. That's why everybody want to stay home. So very difficult to find some staff to work there. We try to provide the best for the all the employer and all the customer. stay strong, Toronto, and stay strong, Canada.
Through everyone's collective efforts, various monetary and medical supplies donations to date has exceeded 1.6 million Canadian dollars, 1.3 million masks, 350,000 pairs of gloves, and tens of thousands of pieces of coveralls and protective goggles. These numbers continue to increase. This could not have been possible without the generosity and unified spirit of Canadians standing together as one. Then, with tonight's theme, our next performer, Cory Noziglia, brings us a song titled Love.
Love is real, real is love. Love is feeling, feeling love. Love is wanting to be loved. Love is touch, touch is love. Love is reaching, reaching love. Love is asking to be loved. Love is you, you and me. Love is knowing we can be. Love is free, free is love. Love is living, living love. Love is needing to be loved.
The virus is ruthless, and love is boundless. The diversity of races and cultures makes Canada one of the greatest nations on earth. The harder the situation, the more we need to cross the barriers of religion, culture, race, nationality, and eliminate prejudice to join together in support and love.
Yes, this is just the first batch.
Thank you very much.
And I would like to take this opportunity to thank you from the bottom of my heart, nurses, doctors, PSWs, technologists, technicians, support staff, and everyone who works at our healthcare sector at this very difficult time. They are, working with high dedication to the people of Ontario and the people of Canada.
Oh my God. Peter is one of our ambassadors. We do receive from many Chinese organizations, particularly from the Chinese community. They organize a lot of donations for us during this pandemic period. And mostly we receive lots of the surgical masks. We are in need of a lot of other PPEs, such as isolation gowns, goggles, face shield, and some of the sanitizer, hand sanitizers as well. Without the help of the community support, we will be surely lacking of these PPE supports. But with this continuous support coming from the community, we will be able to make out a lot of the support for our frontline workers.
Right now, we are managing the PPE supply on a daily basis. However, we have to, because the thing is, we don't know how long the COVID-19 will last, and that's why we are foreseeing that we may continue to need PPE on a daily basis, maybe for at least a couple more months. Well, one of the things which really impressed me very much was that one of my friends who came from the Canadian Chinese community who wanted to donate 1,000 pieces of masks. And I told him, well, you can donate them to Munshang. And he knew that I'm an honorary governor with Munshang. I'm a little bit biased about Munshang. And he said, well, I know that there are others who are donating to Munshang, but I would like to donate to other ethnic communities, senior homes. Stay strong, Munshang. Stay strong, Toronto. Stay strong, Ontario. Stay strong, our wonderful country, Canada.
Our next group of performers were nominees at this year's Juno Awards before the event was canceled in light of current circumstances. We are lucky to have them with us tonight to showcase their talent. Welcome, G-Force!
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm really good, thank you.
Everyone, on behalf of G-Force, we would like to express our gratitude towards the frontline healthcare workers.
And to those who have made donations such as masks. Thank you.
During these times, it is important that we love and appreciate one another.
We appreciate the work you're doing. You're our heroes bringing us closer to the end of the tunnel.
Up next is a video of our performance of Rise. This song shares the theme about how COVID-19 brought out true heroes and how we're all in this together.
We're gonna rise till we fall. Say we got no future at all. They wanna keep us down, can't hold us down anymore. We're gonna rise
climbing to the top with you. We could be the greatest ones who never made it. Yeah, I could be talking to you. They try to hate, but we won't change anything at all. No, we're gonna rise till we fall. They think we're just dropouts living at a mom's house. Parents must be so proud, they know it all. No, they don't speak our language. They say we're too savage. Yeah, no, we don't give up anymore. We're gonna rise. We're gonna rise till we fall. No, they don't speak our language. They say we're too savage. Yeah, no, we don't give up anymore. We're gonna rise. We're gonna rise till we fall. No, they don't speak our language. They say we're too savage. Yeah, no, we don't give up anymore.
Hello everyone, Mark Rosewell, otherwise known as Shen here. 大家好. During these dark days of the COVID-19 pandemic, I'd like to take a moment to remember the words of the great philosopher Monty Python, who said, always look on the bright side of life. So I'd like to take a moment to talk about some of the things that I'm grateful for during these times. And first of all, I'm grateful that when we do have to go into lockdown and isolation, that we have this wonderful environment here in Canada. Spend time with family, focus on the important things in life, which is getting good rest and good food and exercise and helping out in the community, things like that. It's going to be months, if not years, before things are back to any kind of new normal throughout this pandemic. I think it's fair to say that the Chinese community has really been at the forefront in terms of awareness and preparation, wearing masks, the hygiene, all of these things that have become much more common now. And then really focusing their efforts on Canadian communities in March and April as the pandemic developed here. So huge thanks for the Chinese community and supporting Canadian communities here through these dark times. And of course, today I'd like to give a special thanks to the Canadian Confederation of Shenzhen Associations for putting on this wonderful show today. I hope everyone enjoys the program. Everyone stay strong, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon.
Hey everyone, my name is Zhang. I'm a student studying in Canada, and first of all, I just want to thank you guys for inviting me. I think it's a great honor to be here, and I also think this is a really good and meaningful event. And today I'm going to bring you guys my own original song that I wrote it around like last year, and it's called Lazy Love, and hope you guys enjoy.
I love seeing you smile, and baby I know you're not mine. Oh please be nice when I'm passing by, and I just want to stay right by your side. Even I'm annoying sometimes, but baby I want you, I swear that I want you. 太阳照进房间，懒散的你站在镜子面前，自己生活里不需要任何面具下的遮掩，追逐着自己喜欢的不疲惫，慢慢的节奏我从来不会去催。I'll sing a song for you, all you gotta do, all you gotta know， 是这种旋律会长期在你心里住。Ooh baby girl, smile baby girl, ooh baby girl, talk to me baby girl, ooh baby girl, smile baby girl, ooh baby girl, come and be my baby girl. I love seeing you smile, and baby I know you're not mine. Oh please be nice when I'm passing by, and I just want to stay right by your side. Even I'm annoying sometimes, but baby I want you, I swear that I want you. No. 喜欢的不疲惫，慢慢的节奏我从来不会去催。I'll sing a song for you, all you gotta do, all you gotta know 是这段旋律会长期在你心里住。最像是薄荷糖，就像贴近森林的有的睁开，用自看的翅膀装给你一样，三针薄荷香。Oh baby 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 I need you。嘴里嚼着薄荷糖，就像电击森林的有力张开，自看的翅膀装给你一样，但是薄荷香。Baby girl， 我怎么能忍不住着你 ？I love seeing you smile, and baby I know you're not mine. Oh please be nice when I'm passing by, and I just want to stay right by your side. Even I'm annoying sometimes, but baby I want you, I swear that I want you.
Thank you.
And now some stories from the West Coast and the province of British Columbia. The Canada-China City Friendship Association, which is based out of the city of Vancouver, has donated over 50,000 masks to local hospitals, clinics, care homes, Red Cross workstations, maritime posts, municipal departments, and tonight we want to say thank you. We want to pay tribute to those doctors, nurses, marine pilots, and all frontline workers who have been fighting COVID-19. The Chinese community sends its regards, its love, and its care. Together, we will get through this.
A story we ran on Global News last week has prompted a much-needed donation of personal protective equipment. The marine pilots help guide ships into port and are the first to make contact with crews from other countries. But like many essential services, access to protective supplies is scarce. When the Canada-China City Friendship Association heard that, it stepped up with a donation of 2,000 face masks for the marine pilots, just one of several BC groups they've helped out during the pandemic.
Shipped from China directly, and we already donated more than 40,000 masks to the local hospitals.
During the pandemic, the Red Cross help site located in every district in the Greater Vancouver area remained with its doors opened and provided medical equipment rental services for its residents. Gu Xian, family doctor at the North America Medical Center in Burnaby, received donations of thousands of masks. And here's a donation to Sitten Villa, Burnaby, an elderly care center. A donation of masks to municipal departments, the historic town of Buckville, and the indigenous tribes of the Cariboo region in BC. Here we see Mayor Mitch Campsell at the District of 100 Miles receiving masks. And here again is Mitch Campsell at the City of Williams Lake receiving more masks.
Toronto, the best of everything, a city made of dreams. Toronto, be what you wanna be, showcase of extremes. 2 little Italy, 6 Chinatowns, it's true. You'll see the world stops here, the stage is set for you. Toronto, don't care where you're from. Toronto, where you belong. Toronto, we'll love everything, so much we all hold dear. Toronto takes pride in everything, maple leafs and beer. The biggest tiff you'll see has films and movie stars. Just take the GO, the bus, the subway, or streetcars. Toronto, let's go to the X. Toronto, simply the best. I traveled so far to be here, not expecting it to be so full of friendly faces. I found the right place for me. We've got everything, concerts, clubs, and bars. Toronto, our cops write anything, horses, bikes, and cars. I know in living here I'm in a land that's free. Be it in love, in faith, in how you want to be. Toronto, don't care where you're from. Toronto, where I call home. Toronto, where you belong.
In order to show gratitude to the frontline workers and to inspire courage and compassion of the youth, the Canadian Youth Care Association has been advocating the students to stand strong together to fight the spread of the virus. With many volunteers participating, the CYCA has created a series of video workshops helping students to cope with being in isolation. Together, we made a fantastic music video to give thanks to all the heroes who display great courage in the continual battle against the virus. The Chinese communities in Mississauga and Oakville also pooled together $10,000 to send supplies.
Thank you to all the frontline workers out there doing your part and letting us be home with our families. Keep safe out there.
Thank you.
Chers docteurs et infirmières, merci beaucoup pour votre travail.
Thank you, doctors, nurses, and medical professionals for your dedicated support during these tough times of COVID-19 to save human lives. Sanya da sahयोग देने ਲਈ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ. Sat Sri Akal.
3, 2, 1. Thank you to all the healthcare workers. We really appreciate everything you guys are doing for us right
To
now.
the healthcare workers on the front line, sacrificing so much for us. Thank you so much. We love you. Take care.
Over the past month, the tremendous skill, bravery, and dedication of our frontline healthcare workers has truly shown through to the general public. To the nurses, doctors, EMTs, and countless others, we thank you for your service to Ontario. Nous savons qu'avec vos efforts continus, nous vaincrons cette pandémie.
Thank you, doctor, nurses, for taking care of us and fight the virus. Yay!
Thank you to all the frontline healthcare workers. Please stay safe and please know that we love you.
Thank you to the doctor and thank you to the doctors and nurses. You guys are the heroes.
Namaste. Thank you very much.
In this worldwide pandemic, Canadians are working together to flatten the curve. We recognize the heroic actions of not only the frontline workers, but also those who have donated their support to the COVID-19 relief and prevention efforts. Those of you doing your part by self-isolating at home and maintaining social distancing are also heroes tonight.
The virus is ruthless, and love is boundless. The diversity of races and cultures makes Canada one of the greatest nations on earth. The harder the situation, the more we need to cross the barriers of religion, culture, race, nationality, and eliminate prejudice to join together in support and love.
The future is unknown. The world must work together, shoulder to shoulder. One world together with love. Stay strong, Canada.
There comes a time when we hit a certain goal,
when the world must come together as one.